Have you set a boundary as a parent and then you find yourself breaking it a week later? I know it sounds familiar because it happens to the best of us. And that's why in today's video, I'll be breaking down simple, expert approved ways to set micro boundaries in parenting and also how to keep them so that you can stay calm, confident, and even in control. Let's get into it. Hello, life learners. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Chinoye, and here we talk about simple real life ways to actually enjoy your parenting journey even without stress and burnout. So, if you love parenting tips that actually work, so you can go ahead and subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos. The first tip on my list is to keep it short and clear from the start. Boundaries usually fail when we make them too complicated or we talk too much about it. People, whether it's your kids, your friends, your family, or your co-workers, they need to understand exactly what you mean, right away without complications. So skip the long speech. Just say it in few clear words. I'm going to take your iPad away until screen time. Very short and clear. I don't take calls after 8 p.m. Very simple and straight to the point. See, the easier it is to understand that boundary, the more it's likely people are going to respect it, even if they don't agree with it. The second tip on my list is for you to focus on what you will do and not what they should not do as regards the boundary. The thing is that when you keep telling people, don't do this, stop that, or don't do that, you are leaving the control in their hands. So instead, make your own boundary about what you will do when that boundary is crossed. For instance, instead of saying that, stop screaming in the car, you can say that, I'm going to pull over until everywhere is quiet. That way you are in charge of the action. Another example is that instead of saying, don't dump last minute work on me, you can say that if you bring work to me after 4 p.m., I will handle them the next day. So you are keeping the control with you, and it's making the boundary easier to stick to. The third tip on my list is that you should always give a short and clear reason. People are more likely to respect your boundary when they understand why it is there. And no, your reason should not be because I said so. No, give a reason and make it short and to the point. Like with your children, instead of just saying no iPad right now, you could say, oh, we are waiting until so time because too much screen time can hurt your eyes or is not good for you. Instead of saying no late night calls, to your friends, you could say, oh, I don't take calls after 8 p.m. because I need to rest and be fresh for the next day. Early to bed, early to rise, right? So the goal of stating the reason of that boundary is not for you to debate with a person, but just to help them understand the purpose behind the boundary. The fourth tip on my list is to give controlled choices. Now, this means that you are letting the other person pick between two or three options that you're already okay with. So they feel that they're in control, but the truth is that the boundary is still within your limits. For instance, you are telling your child that we can read now or after you bathe. Which one would you prefer? Either way, your child will still read, but the child will feel like they are in control and they feel involved. Or you tell somebody that, oh, we can meet Monday morning or Thursday afternoon. Which one will work for you? Which one will work better for you? So either way, the meeting will still happen, but it is within your own schedule. So the trick is that all the options are still within the limits that you have put in place. The fifth tip on my list is to use calm, neutral tones when setting your boundary. Hmm. The truth is that sometimes it's not the actual boundary that people actually have issues with or that they react to, but it is how we deliver it. If your voice sounds angry, frustrated, or even if it feels like you are begging the other person, that person might focus on your tone. So instead of your message, the person will think that I can object, I can argue, I can hurt feelings of this person because of the way you have brought out the message. So experts have actually argued that your tone can either make or break a boundary. So you want to set a calm tone because it sends a message that you mean what you are saying, without turning it into a fight, or it also makes it easier for the other person to also hear you without getting defensive. The calmer you are, the more your boundary will feel, non-negotiable. It will also feel that the boundary is important. The sixth tip on my list is to follow through the moment you set the boundary. They don't work if they only live in your words. If you say you will do something, but you never actually do it, people will quickly learn that your limits are negotiable. Experts agree that following through on your boundary is what gives a boundary its real power. Hmm. If you say that the TV goes off at 7 and then they keep watching, turn it off at 7, not 10 minutes past 7 after you have warned them like 3 times. If you say you are not going to take any work calls on weekends, then don't answer, don't pick, even if it is tempting. So the quicker you follow through on these boundaries, the faster other will learn that you mean what you said. I'll be pausing here on the sixth tip because I don't want to make this video lengthy. So I will be sharing the other remaining tips in part 2. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also turn on your notifications so that you'll be the first person to know when it drops. As always, thank you for watching. Keep learning one day at a time, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.